by Doug Smith, sports reporter Free, Jan. 19, 2018. The game defied current NBA convention with all its space and pace and taking as many three-pointers as you can get up in a game. But not every game needs to be in the 110s or 120s. There's something to be said for deliberation and execution in defense that takes away what the other team does best. The Raptors held the San Antonio Spurs to less than 35% shooting and put together an offensive effort that was more methodical than flashy in an 86-83 victory at the Air Canada Centre on Friday night. It's the type of performance Raptors coach Dwayne Casey always calls grit and grime. Read more. Saturday NBA game preview. Toronto Raptors at Minnesota Timberwolves. The Spurs were without All-Star Kawhi Leonard, quadriceps, Rudy Gay, heel, and Manu Ginobili, thigh, taking almost half the rotation out of play. But the Raptors knew more than to take them lightly because of the way coach Greg Popovich can manipulate available bodies. With Pop and the way he orchestrates and puts guys in there, he could put 5 of y'all out there and coach y'all to some type of victory, DeRozan joked with reporters Friday morning. The Spurs had been impressive in amassing 30 wins going into Friday night and maintaining a grasp on third place in the Western Conference despite missing key players for significant time. Leonard has played only 9 games and is now shut down indefinitely, and Tony Parker had missed 26 of the team's 46 games heading into Friday night. Only backup guard Patty Mills has played every game. I guess it's a tribute to the character of the guys, Popovich said before the game. They just seem to persevere no matter what and try to fulfill their responsibilities. It's on them and they've done a good job of it. Jonas Valanciunas fouls San Antonio Spurs center Pau Gasol. Valanciunas continued a weeks-long stretch of solid play with 15 points and 11 rebounds. Rick Madonik, Toronto Star. The Spurs found a way to stay in the game when they were doing very little right. Aldridge missed 12 of his first 14 shots but went on a personal 8-0 run that helped the Spurs cut a 14-point third-quarter Toronto lead to 3 going into the fourth quarter. Aldridge finished with 17 points and 13 rebounds, but on 6 for 24 shooting. The Spurs shot an abysmal 34% for the game, the lowest by a Toronto opponent this. Still, they were within a point late in the fourth quarter and within 6 with less than a minute to go. Pop knows something we don't know, DeRozan said. I've been watching them my whole career, being a fan of his resume growing up. It's amazing how he does it. I have no clue how he does it. I don't know. Hope one day I can ask him. The Spurs, of course, represent what the Raptors want to become, a franchise that is always in contention and one that operates under principles Toronto would like to emulate. The culture, as Casey calls it. I think we're on pace, on par, Casey said. We don't have the championship yet, that's our goal. But we're building that type of structure. Starting with Masai Ujiri, the team's president, all the way down to the equipment guy and the next man up mentality. All the components we work on. We're not on San Antonio's level yet but we're getting there.